welcome to the Open Mic Diary. My name is Indra Adele, and you have just stepped into a safe space. Just like in a diary entry, in this space, I am free to be my most authentic self, be vulnerable and honest about my feelings and emotions, and give you a front row seat to my various life experiences, my challenges, my victories, ups, downs, laughter, tears, and everything in between. I'm turning my healing journey into our healing journey. And honestly, this is not your traditional podcast. This space is free flowing, hence the name Open Mic Diary. So expect anything. If you have not already, please go listen to the Allow Me to Introduce Myself episode so you have more context to me and the style of this podcast. Episodes, for the most part, will be uploaded in batches, but outside of that, I may decide to spontaneously upload episodes individually. So please make sure that you follow, subscribe, and have your notifications on so that you will always know when I post a new episode. I pray that my authenticity and my vulnerability in this episode blesses you in some way. Oh my goodness. Okay, it has been a minute. Been on a little breaky break. And it's been some transitions and I've been kind of focused on that. The school year just started and still homeschooling. Last year, Kai was homeschooled part-time and he was going to kindergarten at a Montessori. So homeschool part-time, Montessori part-time. This year is all homeschool. So he is taking classes at a homeschool school, which is nice. I definitely believe in like homeschool style where I'm not his only teacher. And so he'll always be in some other school program outside of whatever we're doing at home. So the last couple of weeks just been getting like acclimated to our new routine with his classes and our routine at home and Taji's routine, the days that he's at school and my work routine and so I'm still seeing clients. My client load is super light right now. I am looking to change that, but that has also helped with the transition and it not being too crazy. So I've been figuring out some things where business is concerned and kind of like what direction I want to go in because I have been wanting to kind of do things differently. So, I don't know if I'm ready to get into that right now, but there's been a lot of transition there and it's good in terms of like having clarity about it. But there has been some stress around it too. Just financially, like business transitions can be good and can also be stressful. There's kind of a bit of both there, but overall I do feel good about where I'm headed. Right now there's just a lot I'm figuring out. And so sometimes it can just feel like a lot. I haven't been to open mics in a few weeks because I've just been so busy. Like there's been a lot going on. And I am hoping to get back to that in the coming weeks. There's just a lot I've been needing to figure out with even just the kids and like when I can escape to go do that, and prioritize these things that are for me, that I look forward to. Since my last entry, maybe I had started it already, but sometime in July, like the middle of July, I started a group for Black mothers in my area. And honestly, it kind of came from a place for me personally where, like, I've been craving a village for a really long time. And it's just been really hard to create that, like, especially since my divorce. Like, I was just really looking for that, like, female support. And with the transitions I went through with some close friends, and even the person that I called my best friend, like, no longer having those connections, like, I was feeling very alone and feeling like I really just needed friends. And even though I did have a few friends, did have a few decent friends, actually, I really was just needing more connections, especially with, like, other mamas, right? Like, just really wanting community. And I had joined some groups, and, they were cool, but I feel like I wasn't really finding what I was looking for. And so I feel like God put on my heart to just kind of, like, create what it is that I wanted. And so I made a few attempts, actually, and failed, to kind of, like, try to gather mamas together in my area. And I had kind of given up on it, to be honest, after, like, the second or third attempt. I guess I didn't try that many times, but after, like, the second or third time, I was like, nobody really wants this. Like, nobody really wants, like, what I'm looking for. And I was kind of putting it out there, like, in different groups I was a part of, and, people I knew or whatever, and it wasn't really hitting. And so, like, one day, I felt like God was kind of nudging me, like, just try one more time, right? It was a day where I was feeling really frustrated. I was feeling like, man, I really need, like, more friends. And I was feeling really frustrated, and I was just, like, praying to God for, like, community. And I feel like God just nudged me to, like, try again. And I had put a message in a group I was a part of. And this particular group is all Black women. They're not all Black mothers, but they're all Black women. And like, so many people. Now, mind you, I had posted in this group before, like, a few times, at least 3 times. And maybe once one person commented, like, literally it was like crickets. And so this particular time, like, mad people, like, a lot of people responded and was, like, really interested. And I was like, wow, okay. The Lord must have put his hand on this post, because I don't know what's different about this post from the other ones. I mean, it didn't say the exact same thing, but it was pretty much the same thing. And then, I kind of talked to other people that I was connected with. And, right now, the group has about 20 mamas in it. I kind of have closed the group off at that number for now, because I really want to build just depth with these women before I add any more people to it. And we've had a few events so far. They've been good, like, been building connections and relationships with the group. And it's been pretty awesome. It's been really great. And so I just really look forward to continuing to, like, just build that closeness and that bond. And it's a diverse group of mothers. Like, we got single mamas, we got married mamas, we got working mamas, stay-at-home mamas, homeschool mamas, public school children. We got, people who are entrepreneurs, people who are in corporate. Like, it's kind of there's someone for everyone to connect with, that with relatability outside of being Black and having children. You know what I mean? And it's been really cool. It's been really cool. It's been a really great blessing, to be completely honest. So that's been a highlight the last couple months. Yeah, Kai turned 6. I don't remember if I had an entry since his birth. No, I think I did, but I don't know if I mentioned it. So I have a 6-year-old, and he constantly reminds me that he's 6 now, and all that that means, and all the things that he can do now because he's 6, which is hilarious to me. Because I'm like, you're announcing this as though you just turned 21, but okay, he's proud. I can't believe that summer is coming to an end. I feel like this summer has been the fastest summer I ever. Like, I feel like summer is usually kind of like, you know what I mean? They kind of, yeah, it's kind of like a nice flow, a nice pace. This past summer, I don't know if it's just this, I just had a lot going on, but it literally felt like it just zoomed. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. And I also, this is probably the first summer in my entire life that I didn't travel. Like, aside from like going to like, you know, PA to visit my brother. Maybe that's part of it too. Like, I didn't take a vacation this summer. I mean, mind you, I'm that person that takes vacations throughout the year. But this year hasn't been like that. This year I've traveled. I did travel at the beginning of the year. I did like some of my first solo trips without my kids at the beginning of the year. But since then, that was like January. I haven't been nowhere. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. And that has been intentional, like just trying to get some things in order financially, trying to like, there's just a lot going on, you feel me? That I've been focused on. And yeah, I am traveling for my birthday though, like a little bit after my birthday, to go to a concert with a friend. And I'm really looking forward to that. I really am looking forward to that. I cannot believe that I'm going to be 35 next month. Like, somebody brought it up a couple days ago and I was not prepared. I'm like, I haven't even been thinking about the month of October. I'm still processing the fact that it's September. Like, and to be completely honest, I looked at the calendar today and I'm like, is September almost over? Like, what is happening? Like, I don't understand. Maybe it's not almost over. Maybe I'm exaggerating. We're like, what, in the middle of the month? But I'm like, I looked at the calendar and it's like a week left in the month. I'm like, isn't next week like the end of the month? It's just wild to me. Like, I don't know what's happening, but it feels like time is moving at a ridiculous speed lately. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So maybe I'm just too busy. Maybe I need to slow down. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know, but I'm not liking it at all. So I was like 35, like, I don't know. And so it's just really caused me to like reflect. And I'm not saying it as like it's a bad number or like I'm old or nothing, because I'm young and will be for a long time. But it's just like, I feel like it just caused me to reflect, because I feel like 35, I always imagined as like a significant like number, like a milestone, right? And just wanting to like celebrate big and all of that. And I'm like, I ain't doing nothing big next month. Like, first of all, I'm trying to save money. Secondly, I don't desire to have like, I want to be around people that I have just a depth of true, authentic connection with. And that is a very small group of people. You feel me? And so like, yeah, I've just been reflecting on goals and like, I don't know, like what I desire and how I imagine 35 versus how it looks. And, just like introspection and stuff. I'm thinking about, planning something for myself, just like maybe some type of like staycation or something, just to have time of reflection leading up to my birthday as a way to celebrate it. Because I really do want to do like a true, like authentic, like for real, like check in with myself. Like, how am I feeling about my life, where I'm at, where do I really want to go in the next year? Like, what do I really want? You know what I mean? I think sometimes it's necessary. It's like, I think about these things regularly, but sometimes like, I feel like it's needed for me to just take that extra bit of time to really, really go a little deeper with myself. And sometimes I find that what I thought I wanted, I don't really want anymore. Or I actually wanted something a little bit different. You know? And so, yeah, I really desire just to have that reflection. And also just looking back on my life and even just the last year, one of my favorite things to do leading up to a birthday is just looking back on the things that I can be grateful for. The things that happened that I didn't expect. The things that I'm like, thank you, Lord. The things that I'm like, man, I can't believe I got through that. Like, just, I think naturally, like, my memory can be short and I can lose sight of these good things. Sure, there's a lot of things that I could cry about and be sad about, but I don't seem to have a problem remembering those things. You know? But the gratitude, I've just been really like intentional lately about fixating on that so that it becomes just as easy to go there with my mind as it is to like the sad things. Because the sad things, I mean, hey, is real. It is what it is, right? Like, there genuinely are things in my life right now that I could cry about every day. And I do cry about, not every day, but, you know, from time to time. Yesterday was one of those days. And the day before that, like the past 3 days, actually, there's maybe been a few buckets of tears shed. And that's cool. You know, it like, hey, I've been getting better at just embracing where I'm at. Whatever is true, and it's cool. It'll pass, and we'll be all right. You know, it is frustrating. It is kind of like, man, like, why? Why do I have to feel this way? And it can be draining. But I've been doing better with holding space for it versus trying to rush out of it or like judge myself for being in that space. But instead just tapping into like, okay, what do I need right now? And so I think I've been doing a good job with like, catering to myself, or at least trying to, like, what do I need right now? And what do I want right now? Like in this moment, while I'm feeling very just sad and emotional, like, what do I want right now? And sometimes it's like, I really just want to be comforted. Like, I need a hug. You know what I mean? And sometimes hugs from my kids encourage me, right? Sometimes it's like a hug from a friend. Sometimes it's like a virtual hug or like a verbal hug, like a conversation. You know, sometimes that can feel like a hug, you know, and there's a select few people that I can call in those vulnerable moments. And sometimes those conversations really, like, I mean, I've learned so much over the past year or two that, like, when I'm in a very overwhelmed place emotionally, talking to a close friend is everything for me. And I kind of was like programmed from a child, right, to just deal with so much on my own. And so my tendency became to like withdraw because I felt like I had to deal with it by myself. And even if I had like close friends, I was not really likely to like open up to them. Definitely not in the moment, maybe after the fact. like, as I got older and I learned, like, the power of vulnerability and openness, and I started to be open, but it was still a lot of times be after the fact. But that in the moment, it'd be me and God. You feel me? And as I've ventured into that territory of just like that really vulnerable space where you're reaching out and inviting somebody into that space in the moment when you're just literally in the middle of it, I've received just so much like, I don't know, my eyes were just really open to how helpful that is for me. And that may not be the case for everybody, but like, sometimes that just is a game changer for me. It's just all that I need to make it through the rest of the day, not spiraling. You know? And sometimes I just need like that voice of reason or just like some encouragement. And it makes so much sense because one of my top love languages is words of affirmation. Hello, how did I not know this? So that makes so much sense, right? Because it's like these conversations are words of affirmation. They're words that are encouraging and they just like are everything for me. So I do my best to like, and it's still hard because it's not natural for me. It's very much opposite of my nature. And so oftentimes there's like a conversation that has to happen with myself where I'm like, okay, Indra, we're gonna call so-and-so. We're gonna call this person. Or sometimes it's my therapist, right? It's like, and I never regret it. It's always like, it always meets me where I'm at and it's always good. And so it's become a habit. Sometimes I'll even reach out and ask if someone's available to like spend time, you know? Hey, are you free to grab lunch tomorrow? Sometimes I have the kids and I'm like, hey, I have the kids, but like, are you free to come over for a little bit? Or, you know what I mean? Like just being willing to like, to do that, because there was a time where that was just really, really hard for me. I think, again, just fear of being that vulnerable, feeling needy, you know, versus now I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I am needy today. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I've somehow defined that as like being bad. And it's like, there's nothing wrong or bad about being needy. We all have needs. We're all needy sometimes. It's cool. I'm human. I'm not a robot. I have feelings. I have emotions. Like, it's okay. You know? Yeah, just giving myself permission to like be held. Whether that's not, and I don't mean like necessarily physically, but just to be held, like allowing other people to hold space for me. Allowing other people to show up for me and be there for me. Because when you're hurt and you feel like you're betrayed and like trust has been broken so much, it really can make it hard to like really let people in like that again. And I feel like God has been healing that for me. Been giving me the capacity and the courage to be brave enough to like let people show up for me again. And that's been a beautiful thing. I'm grateful for that healing and that progress for me. I don't even know how I got on that topic. It's like, oh my gosh, I wanted to talk about something completely different, and that is not what happened. But yeah, all is well. About a month ago, I took a women's self-defense class. Oh my Jesus. It was great. Like, let me start there. It was phenomenal. Okay. First of all, I didn't even know that these free classes for women were like available. I found out about it a couple months ago. As I've been just focusing more on like women and different things concerning like sexual assault and all that type of stuff, just, with my past and wanting to like just be more aware of resources in my area. And I came across this and I was like, what? How did I not know about this? So I ended up enrolling in it. It's like a 12-hour course, and they break it up between like 4 different evenings. I think they're like 4 hours each or something like that. No, 3 hours. Look, I ain't doing math right now. So they break it up between 4 different evenings, and like it is in-depth training. Like this ain't no surfacey, let me slap some knowledge on you and teach you a few moves and keep it moving. This is like, I mean, even as much as I've delved into some of the knowledge pieces over the years, I learned so much in this class. They teach you things that you would just never naturally think about, right? And these instructors are like some retired police officers, some active police officers, some are detectives, some are not in the there's military people that teach it. There's you have different types of people that have like training in different areas that then became certified in these different self-defense and then are teaching this class. And so some of them are able to kind of bring knowledge and wisdom from their industry as well, which is really helpful. And so anyway, it's only for women. So all the students are women. And I was the only Black female in this class, which was interesting. But I learned so much. But the majority of the class is physical. So like you're learning different techniques, different situations. And these are not like, hey, if you were in this situation, like you're literally like they're doing like simulations where you're literally practicing, you partner up, and then towards the very end of the class, they actually have people, I shouldn't say people like they're random. They have men who are either in the police force. Most of these ones, I think, were at the police station we were doing it at. But like you get fully geared and padded up, and you're in live simulations where you literally have to fight your way out of it using the self-defense techniques that you learned. I mean, it was so intimidating. I almost had a panic attack the first time because I was one of the few people in the class that actually, maybe the only one. I don't think I was the only one. Maybe the only one that shared about it. Maybe there was another person or two, I suspect, just a feeling, but that just had a past with sexual assault and rape and stuff like that, right? Like, and so this class was very different for me because a lot of the girls in the class, and I say girls because there were like girls, women, there were like college girls in this class whose parents or mothers wanted them to take the class before going away to college and stuff. Then there was a few people around my age and then some women that were older than me. But a lot of them had never actually been in different situations. So their experience in the class was like, man, I'm really really happy to have this information. And this was really great. And I had a lot of fun. You know what I mean? And I'm there like having flashbacks from the past. And like, it was now I'm not saying I didn't have fun at all because I did. It was really nice at the end of the class to know that if I needed to, I could kick some ass. And it was really hard. I mean, like, it's one of those things for me that, first of all, I've been wanting to do for over 10 years now. I've been telling myself for so long, I want to do self-defense class. I want to get trained. I want to blah, for over a decade. And so for me, this was one of those things that's like, I'm finally doing what I've been saying I'm going to do. And I've just been wanting to feel actually equipped. I think getting into fitness when I was younger, and like then becoming a trainer and stuff, like I have physical strength. I've put in time to becoming strong and all of that. Sure, I've worked on like awareness and on different things, but to take it to another level and get like professionally trained is just a completely different thing. It really takes your confidence to the next level, and then you literally prove to yourself that you can carry out these different skills and get out of a situation if you need to. So a lot came up for me over those couple weeks. And for me, it was like, I got to a point where I was like, is it worth it for me to finish this? Because I feel victorious that I'm doing this and I'm becoming equipped. And then I also just started to feel like, man, people need to know that this is available. Like, if I didn't know this existed, there's so many other people that have no clue, especially in my community, right? Especially in like the Black and brown community. Like, there's so many people probably have no idea that they can access this for free. I think you pay like $15 for like the materials, right? But it's free. And then once you do it, you can keep going back anywhere it's offered. You can keep going back for free to any class. And I'm like, this needs to be taught. Like, this program should be in like every high school, available for girls to be, you know what I mean? Like, for me, I was like, if I knew this, and that was part of it for me too. Part of me was heartbroken at the fact that, like, I really wish that I had some of these skill sets when I was in high school, college. I may have been able to get out of some of the situations I was in if I had. You know, so there was like some grieving there. Like I said, I was having flashbacks just because, you know, you're watching videos and stuff like that of real situations, and then you're analyzing it and you're talking about, okay, what they could have done, where, you know, there's like a group discussion, and then, you know, like I said, you're partnering up and you're acting these situations out for real. And so just some of the positions that you're being put in, I literally have been put in them. And so, I was hitting up my therapist a lot. I had a couple close friends on standby that I was opening up to a lot while I was doing it. And I'm so proud of myself for completing it. And the class is great because there's a special emphasis on sexual assault and rape. So it's designed to help you be able to escape those types of situations, not just random general self-defense. Yeah, sure, there's that, but even specifically those types of situations. And so every class, like throughout the class, they do like a wellness check. Hey, how are you doing? How are you feeling? And if you share that you have a past of X, Y, and Z, like they're checking on you. How are you doing? Because they tell you at the beginning, hey, this class can bring up a lot of stuff for people. It can be very triggering. It's very normal. They give you resources for therapists. Like if you don't already have someone to talk to, they give you resources for therapists or people you can talk to. They make themselves available after class to talk to. Like there's a lot of support there. And that was really great for me too. And so I knew that if I wasn't okay, I could step out and they would hold space for me. Like there was no, it was a very, very safe environment to be in versus if I were to like go pay for, you know, a self-defense class somewhere random that wasn't catering to women and catering to women who, you know, may have a past with certain stuff. Right. And so there's a sensitivity there that I really appreciated. And that helped me too. Like, this is normal. This is normal. It'll pass. You'll move through it. Like, you're not taking steps backwards because some of these past things are coming up. Like, of course it's going to come up. You know what I mean? You're literally like almost facing some of these things all over again. But what's great about it is the brain is such an amazing thing. It's like I am creating it allowed me to create some new memories in this area, being able to get out of some of these situations. Now, sure, these weren't real situations. And, these were a safe environment, but the brain's a tricky thing. It doesn't discern. It doesn't know what's real versus what's not. So my brain does believe that I'm in a situation, right? And granted, you do feel a bit threatened in the moment because you really are compromised and have to get out of it. You really do have to fight them off, right? And so being able to create some new memories in that area and kind of create victory for myself really was very healing and very powerful for me. Anyway, there's so much more I could say about that, but that was a really good experience that I had, really good overall. It was painful, but it was worth it to get to the other side. And I do plan to do it, maybe even become an instructor one day. Because I just feel like every woman should have these skill sets. I believe that. And I'm so grateful that I took the time to do that. So outside of that, I feel like I'm doing okay. Overall, most days, if you ask me, I'll say I'm doing good because I do believe I'm doing good. I believe that I've been managing my moods well to where I feel like I'm in a good mood a lot of the time. Even though I'm overall not always doing the best. It's, it can be up and down. I have days where the weight of the different things I'm dealing with really weigh on me and it feels heavy, but I'm still in a good mood. And so it's like these contrasting experiences where it's like, everything in my life isn't okay right now, but I'm happy today. And I think just focusing on good things, focusing on gratitude, really allowing like God to give me like a joy that is unexplainable certain days that only comes from Him, I think is really the only thing that's creating that for me. And so it's like I can have a hard day, but still find joy in it. And then there are days where it's just like, I'm not happy. You feel me? Like I'm pissed, I'm sad, I'm mad, I'm stressed, and I want to lay in my bed and cover my face with a pillow and take a nap for like the entire day. But that's not realistic. And so sometimes it sucks because I really just want to do nothing and just want to tap out. I'm so overwhelmed, but I can't tap out. I got 2 boys that need me. I got responsibilities. I got this and that. And it's like, I'm looking forward to having a little bit of a break tomorrow. All the kids are with their dad. And, man, there's some things that I was like, I'm going to get this done and get that done. And thinking about it now, I'm like, I'm about to do absolutely nothing. Like, I need to rest. Like, I'm so tired. Like, this past week was like, sure, I had some rough days, but it was overall good, but it was so busy. I'm just tired. I'm so tired. And so I think, who knows? Maybe I might get some of these things done, but I also know I need to prioritize rest and not just be doing and doing and doing, Anyway, I'm going to put a pin there. And, I think these next few entries I'll be kind of catching up because I feel like so much has happened over the last few weeks. And I do have some poetry that I've recorded that I have yet to share. So, I'll be working on that too.